Hit record.
It's currently recording, correct?
Yep. Yes.
All right, we are going to do a clap check. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap, like we
Yeah.
usually do. And then we're going to get into it. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Clap.
1, 2, 3.
Clap.
The Lonely Time Podcast. Damn it, Mikkel. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? There's nothing happened yet.
You didn't notice that I was saying the word clap instead of clapping for the clap check.
Yeah, that's not gonna help. That's actually really not helpful.
Oh, is it bad? Okay,
It's
can
bad.
we do that
Yeah.
again? Let's do that
There's
again.
a reason we do the clap.
Welcome back to the Lonely Time Podcast.
Welcome back.
I'm
back.
your first host, Nishat Pandita.
I am your second host, Andrew Zablakis.
I am your third and least important host, Mikkel Lopez.
Mikkel,
Aw.
come on.
Listen, I'm working
Aw,
on
how can you not
I'm
love
working
a
on
face like
outsourcing
that?
myself. It's fine.
Well,
Like I'm sliding under the table as we speak to disappear.
Mikkel, do you want something? Do you want to hear something that'll make you happy?
No, let's keep going.
Mikkel, don't be sliding under tables. Be sliding in DM. Come on.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I found a DM under the table. Down I go.
That's my new slogan. That's going on Twitter later.
Don't slide under tables.
Don't slide in
under
tables.
DMs.
Slide on DMs, and it's got the picture of the character from Enter the Gungeon
Just sliding into Tommy
sliding
Wiseau's
over a
DMs.
table.
Into Tommy
Right.
Wiseau's DMs. Yeah.
How Wiseau? Do
Oh, hi, Mark. What's this?
you think he has open DMs?
Oh, I'm sure
I
he
don't
does.
think so.
He got on the
I don't
H3
think so.
podcast, so yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't followed H3 in a while.
I haven't either. I just know that he was on the podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
We should get him on our podcast.
Tommy
we should
Wiseau or
get him to-
H3?
No, Tommy Wiseau. We should get him to play Monster Hunter with us. Stream it.
Ooh. I bet he would too.
I bet he would.
Which is weird and wild.
It's
weird and
buck
wild.
That's our new angle.
Weird
Just
and
hey,
wild, and
Tommy
welcome
Wiseau.
back to the Donna Time Studios Lonely Time Podcast.
Summertime podcast edition.
Summertime Podcast, where our mantra is that the outside world doesn't exist for the next hour 30 to 2 hours.
Well, the bad parts, not the
Yeah.
good parts, like video
Oh,
games.
everything disappears. This becomes a vacuous hole.
Only our voices.
Mikkel,
It's like a dragon show, except much less impressive.
Only our voices exist
Yes.
for the next hour.
Andrew, this is not hypnosis.
Follow the
time.
sounds of our voices to under the table.
Or into these DMs.
Breathe deeply. Breathe in and out. There you go. There you go.
And let me get
I've
this
been doing
potato.
more meditation lately. It's been good.
How has that
That's
been going
good.
for you?
Not bad. I'm using the app Headspace.
We can't
Which
advertise for
is-
that. We can't.
Well, I mean, we're not being paid for it. I'm
just-
paying for it.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay, as long as
um,
you're not just like pirating it. I needed that to be on record. So.
It's not. Don't worry.
Good.
It's good. It's actually really helpful, and I suggest it to anyone. Because I think these days it's tough to kind of, especially for myself, at least for myself, it's kind of tough to sort through everything that's going on in my own mind. So giving yourself a little 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, you just sit there with a calm sounding British man and he tells you to breathe in and out, and it just kind of helps you be a little more mindful and like in the moment and stuff like that about life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That
It's
sounds
been fun.
nice.
I would suggest it to anyone.
it's been a little bit, but not as much as it's been before.
Ooh,
Because
yeah. The what was the last one came out?
I think last month.
So it's
That's
now
not
a
bad.
monthly podcast.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
bad.
not too bad. Yeah.
It's a good time.
Look
It's
forward to our
considering the last-
Christmas and
the break between-
super spooky Halloween special where we dress up but you can't see the costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering the break between the last one and the one before that was like 6 months, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
that
Oh
bad.
yeah, that was a big thing.
That was a whole
Yeah.
like anime arc worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of anime arcs of stuff, how was your Germany trip?
Oh, it was good. It was
Beautiful
yeah.
segue.
So since the last one, I went on a trip to Germany, and went through an internship. I lived there for 6 weeks, and learned a lot of German. It was really good. I have fun plane trips to tell everybody, which is always good. The Donna Time Studios Lonely Time podcast, I think, is really chronicling two things. Firstly, our own forays into adulthood, and secondly, the idea that airplanes are demon machines that humans have just somehow accepted, even though that they don't make sense.
Even though I'm like deathly afraid of dying, and that is like a fear that follows me everywhere, I am weirdly calm in airplanes. It is a flying metal tube that is run on fuel that could combust at any point in time. But I am totally okay on an airplane. I've tried to get on not okay on an airplane, but it's just, I don't know. Something about like, I don't know. It's just something about
It's the comfort that if anything goes wrong, it'll be instant death. You won't have to suffer through
it's not that, but
no,
like,
because think about it, right? If you were stranded on a boat, that would be months at sea, weeks, days of just being alone on a raft.
With a tiger.
Yeah, with a tiger.
Yeah.
Because you are the guy from Life of Pi. Tell us about your adventure on a boat with a tiger.
How was that?
Did you you guys are both
We're
assholes.
both jackasses.
Both racist. It's okay.
We're both racist. So I'll be resigning after that harassment thing I just did.
Oh yeah, of course. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
too
it's just
political.
like,
Too political.
Yeah.
well, it's like, I think mostly it's just the kind of sense of like, you can't be anywhere else.
Yeah. It's also like
Nothing else is going to come in. Nothing else is going to leave.
Yeah.
You're going to be stuck in this place.
you're in a loading zone for a few hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I think
also
that's sort of it.
You know what else I find calming though is like, and this might have just been me. I might just be weird, but you guys ever near the service area in an airplane, like near the kitchen area?
Yeah,
kitchenette?
my last one coming home, I was at the way back of the airplane, so I was where the
kitchen
the kitchen and all the hostesses stay and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
See, I find that calming because that's where the vents usually are. So just having the white noise of the vents in the background is just really calming to me.
Okay.
Like as long as there's no like turbulence or thunder in the background, I'm chill. If there's turbulence or thunder, I'm just gonna think, well, my plane's gonna get struck by thunder. I'm gonna explode.
Because I kind of get that as well, what you were saying about, like, instant death.
Yeah.
It's just, like, if that happens, I will
Like that's
care for...
Yeah.
Well, I don't actually know.
You'll
How
care
fast
for
would it take to
seconds.
die?
Well,
Like-
I mean, it all depends, but we don't want to talk about that here, do we?
No?
The point is, like, it's not like that old adage about bomb defusal. It's like it's either I get this right or it's suddenly someone else's problem.
Yeah. That's a good one.
It's instant. There's probably
but-
another part to that, but
So, I left for Germany early June.
Yeah.
And I had booked through Condor, which is apparently a German plane service.
Condor?
Yeah, it's like the German Delta.
Bless you.
Oh God, the German
Gesundheit.
Delta Airlines or something like that. It's pretty cheap, pretty nice. But the one thing, so I had a stopover in Calgary in Canada for my first trip, and this was my first like trip out of the United States alone, so it was kind of emotional for myself. But like the Calgary airport is actually quite nice. So I had a layover and I had a delay there for like 6 hours. So I got to kind of just chill in the Calgary airport, and I think I played some Binding of Isaac or something like that.
Sure.
And then I got on my final flight to Frankfurt airport, and it was the worst plane experience I think I've ever faced.
Wow.
So we're getting this story from the beginning to the end.
Yeah. So,
All right.
firstly, do you guys sleep on planes?
I've tried. It doesn't work
I
as
tried
well.
to.
Has it ever worked for you, Nishant?
Mm.
It has sometimes, but
Yeah?
it's usually on the much longer.
Okay. I've never been able to sleep in an airplane.
Yeah, me
Maybe
neither.
I think I have, like, on long ones.
I've never been able to. I envy you both.
So this one I was taking was 11 hours from Calgary to Frankfurt. And I was kind of looking forward to sleeping because I knew that when I arrived there, it would be about 7 p.m. And I would have been awake for about 24 hours. So I was like, if I get some sleep, I will get there, be kind of awake, and then I can take a good amount of sleep when I get to my host family's house. I didn't get to sleep on that flight. Because Condor has a weird policy with dealing with pets. They allow you to take live pets with you.
Just as a carry-on?
As a carry-on, as long as you store it under the seat of the person in front of you.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So,
I mean, you know what? I can see the argument for it. Like, it does seem kind of mean to shove them in a cargo hold. But on the other hand,
yeah.
For a long flight like that, surely when everyone's asleep, you'd want to just take them to the back of the plane, you know? I don't know.
So when I got on the plane, firstly, I didn't realize, but because Condor is a mainly German flight experience, I think most of the people there were speaking German, which is pretty cool. As someone who's studied German and would be speaking German the most of the time while I was there, it was kind of cool and a kind of intro to like my experience there. So I get on the plane and I'm sitting next to people who don't speak German, which I was kind of happy about. In front of me is a dude bro from Washington area, Seattle, I think. And he's talking about, I don't know, living life to the fullest or whatever BS. And I'm like, okay, I hope this guy's not gonna talk the whole time because I'm hoping to get some sleep. And then I hear behind me a kind of yowl that I can only assume is from a baby, someone's baby.
Oh God.
And then the person next to me said the line, "If it's a cat, I call dibs," which I thought was kind of funny because I thought there's no way that's a cat. We're on an airplane. No one's bringing their cat on an airplane because cats are crazy and cats can't do airplanes.
No.
And so I was like, haha, that's funny. And then they played the safety thing, which started out in German and then went to English, which was cool. Because they had Elvis and
in German?
Charlie Chaplin. Yeah. But then about halfway through the plane, when I was hoping to get some sleep, I had downloaded a lot of episodes of Mr. Robot because I knew that I'd be awake the most, or I had a very difficult time going to sleep on the plane, so there was a 50-50 that I would be able to in the first place. So if I couldn't, it would be nice to have episodes downloaded on my phone so that I can watch them. And they came in handy, of course. I watched a lot of Mr. Robot, and it was very good. But when I determined at one point that I wanted to sleep, I heard behind me the yowl again, and not just one yowl, many yowls.
Because the cats are all just freaking out.
And so then I see the person pick up their cat carrying device and bring it forward with them. So the person not only brought a cat on the plane, but they stuffed it under my seat.
Oh.
And the entire
Not
flight,
theirs,
the
yours.
cat yowled underneath my seat, and I could not fall asleep at all.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I...
That sounds awful.
A lesser
So-
man would have kicked the cat carrier. Good on you for
I
not.
wanted to.
I would have.
Yeah. So,
Could have shown them all the new German swear words you learned.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was fun. So when I landed in Frankfurt, I met up with the people in charge of the exchange on the Germany side, and was running on like 24 hours of sleep or 24 hours awake. And so the guy who met me spoke very good English.
Oh, that's good.
He was a really cool dude, and he was in charge of my housing and my internship while I was over there. And he drove us from Frankfurt to Ludwigshafen am Rhein. And my first night there, he drove us to like this festival thing. Because in summer, I guess in this city at least, they have a lot of festivals. Like every other weekend, there's a new summer festival kind of thing.
Oh, jeez.
You think it's like a tax thing?
And so, my first night I was there, he was like, "Do you want anything to drink?" And I'm with this other kid who had also been awake for 24 hours at this point, I'm assuming.
Oh, because he was sitting next to you, huh?
No, we had arrived on different planes, but he arrived 5 hours earlier than I did. So this was the other American exchange student in Germany. His name is Ellis. He's a chill guy. He's 17. He plays Fortnite. And he the first night they were like, "Do you want anything to drink?" And I'm like, "This is Germany. The perspective on alcohol is different." So I was like,
"Yes,
I'll get a beer." And they were like, "Do you want a Pilsner?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Cool." And I think I solidify myself as like a kind of familiar with German.
You got your German street cred.
Party mechanics.
Yeah.
German street cred. And so I think
It's
that was
the
the first
Deutsche.
time that Ellis had beer or something like that, because he was like, they were like, "Do you want a beer?" And he's like, "No." And then he's like, "Wait, yeah." And then because
He wasn't into it.
yeah, well, no, he enjoyed it at one point.
Oh, good.
At one point.
At the very least, you know that it wasn't his cat. You know, like that. It's not the big plot twist that he was the one messing with you. Oh,
He brought his
that
cat
flight.
to Germany.
Yeah.
Who does that? No, sorry. Who does that? Who?
Now,
Okay.
what
I'm
we're
assuming.
missing-
So
okay,
I'm assuming
yeah.
these people are German, and
Yes.
they had just had a trip in the United States for
Yes.
business or for pleasure. I'm assuming.
But why would you bring
for
a cat?
pleasure?
But why would no? Yeah. Well,
Why would
I mean,
you bring a cat?
maybe it's like a veterinary thing. Like they had a rare strain of cat AIDS. So it's
And
like
they had to bring
the cat
it
AIDS
to
over
a
the lab.
United States veterinarian that
Yes,
had,
and then
that was
bring
the only
him
way.
back. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
that
I'm
cat
so
saved the
furious.
world.
I'm still so furious about
It wouldn't be worth it. Yeah.
that.
Cat
It was
AIDS.
probably a really expensive cat to be.
Yes.
If that gives you any kind of comfort.
Yeah. It's not, but
Ew.
I tried.
So then I met my first host's mother. Throughout the 6 weeks, I changed houses at least 4 times, which was a little weird. For the people who don't know, I was going through Pasadena Sister Cities, which is an exchange program between 2 sister cities, Pasadena, California, and Ludwigshafen am Rhein in Rheinland-Pfalz in Germany. During that time, I switched houses like 4 times for 4 different like host families. So I met my first host family that night and passed out and slept for like 13 hours that night. And then the next Monday I went to Mainz, which is the capital of Rheinland-Pfalz with my boss. And we went to a government meeting where they were talking about immigration in Germany and the status of Muslim women and the Jewish community in Germany, which is very interesting. I didn't understand like any of it, but it was very
I'd assume
interesting
that's
to
really
listen
technical
to.
German.
Yeah, there was a lot of political and technical German there. But it was very interesting to hear about. And I think at that point, my boss and I had gotten off to kind of a good footing, which was cool. But as I would go through my internship, my boss got more and more on my nerves. She
Why?
was kind of anal. It wasn't that fun. Well, the stuff I was doing wasn't really that like. It was weird. I would have this constant feeling of either I'm over my head or I'm overqualified for this stuff. Like it would be like, "Hey Andrew, go pick up cigarette butts off the floor and throw them away," or "Hey Andrew, come with us to a meeting with the press. We're going to
meeting.
discuss the future of Ludwigshafen am Rhein and their culture programs or stuff like that. And I was like, it was weird.
If only they told you to pick up cigarette butts at the press meeting, you would have felt more comfortable.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, like a middle ground.
So, I eventually, we set up a festival there called Inselsommer, and it was pretty cool. I met a lot of cool people there, a lot of people interested in the community and spreading culture throughout the community. And it was fun. I also worked on translating their website. You can check it out. I'm sure if you Google Inselsommer, then you can find it. I don't know if they've actually done any of the translations I've done, but I translated their whole website. I did bookkeeping and stuff like that. And then I came home July 16th?
Recently,
16th. It was about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. And the plane trip home was not bad. It was very long.
No cat under your chair this time?
No cat under my chair because I was at the back of the plane. That was rad.
How was your back of the plane experience?
Being at the back of the plane is really good, and I don't know if people know this, but like it's really good.
It's kind of hard to just get that seat specifically, I'd assume, because like the most you can negotiate for is like window, side,
I don't know,
or middle or aisle, right? So.
I'm not too involved in booking planes normally.
You know what?
So.
We'll bug test it next time. Where any of us are on a plane, we'll ask, "Can I get in the back? Can I just sit on the tail?" Thanks.
But I thought when you're booking a plane, you get to pick like your seat.
No, I think because it's just whatever is available, right? It's like stadium seating.
They have what's it called? They have boarding orders.
Yeah.
But sometimes some places are like, this is your seat. Other times just like wherever.
Oh no, I mean like when you're booking the plane. You can pick your
seat. Sometimes it's just like, do you want a ticket? Sure, have it. But other times it's like, this is your seat.
Yeah.
Unless you pay a certain amount of money, you're probably not going to be able to get whatever seat you want.
But so being in the back, I would highly suggest it. You don't have anyone behind you. Nobody kicking your seats. No.
I've never had that. I guess I've just been lucky. No kids ever.
No animals. Me. You do still have the people in front. So like, they will lean back and take up your leg room, like dirty heathens. Is that against the social code?
Calling someone a heathen or leaning
no.
back? Because leaning back, it depends.
Leaning back.
Look,
on a good airplane that has properly made seats, it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, because they should be spaced far enough that you can lean back.
It should be decently spaced that no matter how far they lean back, you have some kind of space.
But on a small plane where you're aware that someone's right behind you, it would be rude to... Like, if you're aware, it's rude on your part to lean back far enough to annoy them.
And it's totally okay if you mention to them, hey...
Like, hey, could you scoot forward a bit? Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, I never would. I'm terrible with confrontation. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you can. That's what matters.
Yeah, I'd get my revenge by slowly sliding my cat under the chair. Now that I know that that's such an effective tactic, you know, like I just have an offensive cat just ready.
Yeah. Just in your pocket, you can, if you put it in water, it blows up.
Yeah. It's like a chia pet. It's like a chia pet. That's what the cat they were bringing back to Germany was. It was one of those secret water cats.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Elemental.
But so on the planes. I wasn't able to get any of the movies that they offer because the movies that they offered for free were trash, and I didn't want to pay for movies. So what I did get to do was look at the back of movies and watch people watching movies, and that was a good experience. So I've watched all of Black Panther.
Black Panther was alright.
Completely silent?
Completely silent with no
it's good.
subtitles.
A lot of it can be inferred
from. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Black Panther is awesome, and I've been
Yeah.
telling you this, and you've been like, "Oh no, Marvel is gross."
No, I
Me
haven't said
or
that about
Andrew?
Black Panther.
Me or Andrew? Which would
Andrew.
take- Okay, Andrew, I'm gonna have to fight you.
What?
Marvel's alright. That's it, I fought you.
Okay.
Yeah, it
No,
really isn't good.
I think I don't know. I'm basing it off of what I saw, and I
Without
didn't
subtitles
hear
or
any
nothing,
of it.
so no
but
context.
it was pretty good.
You can assume a lot of what they said. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need the words. It's just like you can tell
Blah
who the
blah
bad
blah.
guy is.
Martin Freeman. Blah blah blah. The guy from Black Mirror. Blah blah blah. That kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. The king is dead. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
But you missed out on the sweet frickin' soundtrack.
You nah.
I've
What?
listened
Shut
to
up.
it,
now.
just like by itself.
Yeah,
Or
because
at
they have
least
it
two
on
of the songs.
Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's pretty great.
Mm.
I think it's pretty nifty.
All of the Lights and King is Dead,
Mm,
and I can't do King is Dead, but All of the
Oh.
Lights is good.
yeah.
That's such a weird song for a movie.
All the lights?
No, King is Dead.
Yeah.
That's a really weird song to put
I mean,
in a
a
movie.
king died, so it works.
No, but he says "Lottie Dottie Da, slob on my knob."
I don't think
yeah.
that part is in the movie.
No, I think
Is
it
it not?
is. I remember it being.
It's in the soundtrack.
No, that part. Like, it's the
No, it makes
song is
sense
in
if
the
they
movie.
wouldn't include it there.
Meanwhile, no. What a plot twist that would be though. If Slob on My Knob is just bass boost, and that's the only part of the song that they put in.
Oh,
Yeah.
future. Look at you, ruining most things.
Nice.
Ruining just about everything I touch. Yeah.
So
What? I said
flew
future,
into-
not Macau.
I flew into
Damn it.
Long Beach
Future,
Airport.
stealing my job.
Long Beach Airport is where it's at. I'm not gonna lie.
I've heard good things.
Yeah. It's I mean, at least landing there. I've never took off from Long Beach. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
It was long.
Yeah, it sounds-
It was good. I only had like one panic attack while I was there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
And
good?
other than that, it was all right.
Yeah.
okay.
It's good to
sounds
hear that you're better, Andrew.
Yeah. And now I know more German
Yeah.
Yeah.
and German beer
Yes.
Yeah.
and
That's the
German
important
wine.
part.
Were the Frankfurters in Frankfurt actually good?
I didn't have any.
Damn it.
I think Frankfurters are not that good. Bratwurst is where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Like the sausage?
Bratwurst.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I'd always assumed it would be the worst.
Weisswurst
What?
is.
Because bratwurst, worst, Sean.
You have to say verse.
Oh, my
Not
God.
verse.
This is the Lonely Time podcast where I play Nishant into falling for puns.
Yeah, it's good.
And also
He
his
traps
life.
me.
I do that
Trap
normally.
me. Yeah.
Do
Mikkel doesn't change for the podcast.
And
No.
He's
Uzo?
more excited.
you guys know what Uzo is?
No? Is it a
Uzo?
gun?
Yeah. Nishant?
No idea what Uzo is.
Uzo is like a it's an alcohol made out of aniseed.
Mm,
So it tastes
Okay.
like licorice.
Oh.
weird.
That
It's
sounds like it'd be kind of nice.
and while I was there, I had it on many an occasion. Like they brought it out. It was at like parties. They would bring out shots of Uzo, and this happened on more than one occasion. So I get the opinion that someone there or Germans in general like Uzo, which is weird because I'd never heard of it, but it's not bad. It's
Yeah.
smooth.
Sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
If we ever go to Germany, we'll get trashed on Uzo. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's apparently a Greek drink, actually.
Ah,
Ah.
Yeah.
neato.
Yeah. So that was good.
Yeah. Sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah, overall,
besides
yeah.
the airplane, but like overall, I'd say it's a net plus.
Yeah. I'm very glad that I did it. I've learned a lot about Germany, myself, life, and how things work, and communication. Oh, that was actually a big part.
That was the reason you
Nonverbal
went,
communication is a big thing you learn when you don't know the language.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd always assumed you knew the language, hence why you went to Germany.
See, knowing the language and being able to speak it with natives is very different.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So how would you have to, like, pantomime whatever you're trying to... Would you have to draw a picture for them? What would you...
So, a big part is vocab and knowing what is a verb / what is a noun.
Okay.
And then kind of extrapolating on what they're talking about in the sentence. So,
like,
if someone says the word chair in the sentence and they say the word sit in a sentence, you can assume kind of assume they're saying sit in the chair. And then if you're able to recognize that they're speaking to you, it adds like 3 times more understanding for yourself.
Meanwhile, they were talking to the person behind you, and you just offended a bunch of people on your way here.
And another thing was learning how to respond without having understood what they're saying. So,
how would you do that? Do you just nod and pretend you?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I've never done that. Yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty good. No, I mean that was okay. Yeah. It wasn't bad. I liked it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I don't know what he said, but I agree.
I like that. Yeah. Sure, why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like what we're doing now.
Pretty good.
Are we just doing non-committal sounds for another
it
25
works,
minutes?
dude. It works.
It really does. Yeah. It's an
and when
important part.
people assume that you don't speak German to start out with, and then you speak a little bit of German, they let you get away with a lot in like the language.
Mm.
Yeah, because they realize you don't speak enough German to carry a conversation. Sure.
So, yeah.
So other than non-committally grunting, was that the end of your trip?
Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah, it sounded like a good time, except for maybe your boss and the cat.
Yeah.
So, what have you guys been up to since the last podcast? It's been a month.
Are you talking to Sean?
Talking to both of you.
I just talked about what I did for the last month.
No, because I was thinking, was there anything else you... Oh, no, you were there the whole
Mikkel,
month.
you're so eager to ask other people questions, but you're so adverse to being asked them.
I don't...
Mikkel, tell me how was
my vacation?
Your intermediate...
I've sat around at home and played video games the whole time.
A good time?
I've gone into a bunch of funky new food in the meantime.
Oh, yeah.
Like Malaysian food, Singaporean food. Like, I found out that there's curry noodles, which is a pairing that, like, it seems simple enough, but I just never tried before because I assumed curry would be way too spicy. It wasn't. It was amazing. It was egg noodles and, like, this rich curry broth. You know what I mean?
Mikkel, first off, you're from Asia. Why are you assuming that curry is immediately spicy? That's for other people who aren't in the know to do it.
It was a scary red curry. How would I have known?
Scary and red.
But it's just
my curry is yellow, my dude.
We get so much
mild.
shit. We get so much shit from other people who are like, "Oh, it's curry. Is it gonna be spicy?" It's like, I don't need that.
No. You see, look, because people may assume Indian food is going to be spicy because, like, it looks very red, it looks very bright, right?
Because it's got flavor in it.
Yes, I know. I'm not saying it is. That's the assumption. Just like when I saw this bright red curry with what I thought was extra chili on top, but turned out to be sambal sauce. I thought it'd be spicy, but no, it's all good.
Yeah.
It was great.
So
Maybe it's spicy for someone else.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to kill someone else.
Do they have curry in the Philippines?
Oh, well, we have, like, the Japanese and Thai variants of curry.
I see. I've never liked the Japanese curry, but the Thai curry is amazing.
No, because there's a lot of crossover, because people just go to the Philippines and then, like, cultures mix. We have the world's oldest Chinatown, so I have to assume we have curry in there somewhere.
Okay.
My household isn't big on curry, so it's like, I don't know. I didn't have much frame of reference, hence why I assumed it was spicy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's easier to tell how spicy something is by its smell rather than its appearance.
Again, if you have no frame of reference, everything that smells vaguely spicy is probably spicy. So
why are you suddenly now discovering these foods?
Because I found a food channel that, like, of this dude who just vlogs and goes around Asia, like, having food. And I was like, I can't afford the trip to Asia, but I can afford to drive to this, like, place in Van Nuys. Therefore, I'm going to try some new things. I've still been looking for a good soup dumpling place now. Because that looks
Have you been to Din Tai Fung?
Din Tai Fung, I tried, but the problem was we tried their shumai and not their soup dumplings because my parents weren't familiar with it. And shumai is like the entry-level dumpling. And that was bland, but I'm sure the soup dumplings are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try it one day. Like, it's down the street.
Have you been to a dim sum place? Like, just dim sum?
Not recently.
Dim sum makes me happy.
Dude, next time we get together, we should go for dim sum.
Next time we're getting together, we're going Korean barbecue.
Damn it.
But, dim sum is amazing, and it's got the great thing where, it's got the inverse relationship between how sketchy it is and how good the food is.
Oh my god, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The go-to place that I've gone to is a place called the Golden Dragon, which is already a sketchy
That sounds
name.
like a kung fu movie, dude.
I love that place because it is no doubt a hiding place for
mobsters.
It is not only old, looks old, is sketchy, is called the Golden Dragon. It's also next to the train, which is always just like, oh yeah, you know, for quick getaways, or for killing your enemies.
Don't mind the train out there.
The metro doesn't stop for 2 miles.
Yeah,
it cannot break that well, so someone needs to get gone. But the
alternative is that's the cover up for the lab where they're making Andrew's secret water cat. You know?
No.
Yeah.
That's where they're making the cat.
The water cat.
Not the Golden Dragon. No.
Or it's like a secret kung fu tournament down there, you know?
Oh, dude. Yes.
Like there's just an action movie down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Golden Dragon. Meet me in the Golden Dragon.
But like I am a huge fan of like any kind of like family sharing kind of meal.
So
because
like
it just feels good.
Yeah.
It's just like a good time.
I've always just liked the massive plates that come with Asian food, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're ordering with the family, it's like, this looks legit. But if it's just me, it's like, this is all mine. This is my domain. I'll never have to eat for a month.
How far do you go in dim sum? Do you stick with dumplings? Or do you go pretty far, like, do you get the chicken feet, the bok choy, the
What's wrong with
beef?
bok choy?
Chicken feet.
Why do you mention bok choy in the same vein as chicken feet?
Because it's not like the standard dumpling.
Bok choy is just like another vegetable, though.
Yeah, it's just like steamed vegetable.
Yeah. Like,
True.
You can't mention it in the same vein as chicken feet, which is all tendon and skin.
There's a range though, and I think it starts with dumplings. Maybe in the middle is bok choy, and then at the end is chicken feet.
Chicken feet and like hooves. Yeah.
The problem with chicken feet is like
it just looks like a
annoying
foot
to eat.
Is the problem.
It's just annoying to eat, but otherwise it's not that bad. It's pretty good.
No, I think part of it is also a psychological thing, you know, because it's like that's just a limb. Like if they cut off the toes and then cut it into smaller pieces, you know, like they do for the breast or the thigh, it would have been more passable.
I think like the really out there stuff is like the parts of pig, but like that's
okay. As a Filipino person, I'm gonna have to fight you on that.
I meant like hooves and stuff.
No. That's all meat.
I mean, like I've never had the big fancy Filipino meals that you have.
That's not a big fancy Filipino meal. That's a big party meal. Like
I know, but like I at some point.
Okay, you know what? When I get married, I got you, fam.
Oh please,
Awesome.
I want to.
So we're never gonna get it.
Yeah,
I want. Wow. I want to experience the enormous Filipino party at one point.
See, the joke's on you. I would have bought the whole pig for anything. I'm eating
Mikkel,
one now.
what's are Filipino weddings like enormous?
Oh, it depends on the family, you know. Like and where you're from. Like some people from some provinces are rumored to be better known for throwing parties all the time, even if they can't necessarily afford it. So it's like, and no, but it's like it's not the one thing that they're known for. It's like people from that province are also known for really good flan and good cooking. Like it depends. It also depends on a family to family basis. So like my family used to be into the big party, but now it's not. Now we're not. It's just a family thing. One of our family friends though is really into that, and she's also Filipino. So it's like it depends. It's like anybody else, I guess.
What have you been doing, Nishant?
Well, I went to Santa Cruz for the summer.
How is that? How is that?
It's not bad. It's pretty nice. I wish like they had more options for food stuff because it's the summer menu and it's not as extensive as the non-summer menu. And the other, I don't think the other dining halls are open because normally during the year you could go to the different dining halls to eat. But those aren't open at the moment. But I was actually pretty excited for this because I have no. It's not exactly what you think, Andrew, but it's close.
Okay.
I have a girlfriend now.
That's exactly what I thought it was.
No.
Andrew's a psychic.
The specific part is what's following, and I think you guys are gonna love this. Yeah. And so, I'm not gonna go into details about that. That's personal shit, and it makes me uncomfortable. But
I will.
My girlfriend's my girlfriend's a very talented artist, and she had made a little drawing of me a little while ago, and I'm gonna send it to both Andrew and Mikkel, but they've seen this one before.
Yeah.
And she made
this
because
one, yeah.
I have been working on a game called Wanderlust, which we're going to talk about later, and it involves a coin flip. And so at some point I emptied my wallet and kept a bunch of quarters on my desk. And I just decided to leave them there because, like, hey, I could just pull it up whenever and just flip a coin, just so I can always have that. And while I was talking to her, if I was like working or if she was doing some art and I was just talking to her or we were just talking, I would play around with the quarters in my hands because that's the kind of nervous tick I have, I guess.
Do you like flip it between your fingers like one of the cool dudes in movies?
No, I just like hold on to coins and move them around my hand. I'm not edgy. I'm just
no, because I would have really liked to see if you could do that cool coin flip thing with your fingers. I've never seen that in real life.
But like, the thing is because I would like usually like lean back in my chair and keep them in my hands. Sometimes I would end up dropping them, and in the middle of conversation, suddenly there'd be loud coin dropping noises. And I'm like, oh no, my quarters!
Damn it!
And so she started she thought it was really, really funny, and so she kept laughing whenever I dropped my quarters. And then at some point, I dropped my quarter again, and my quarters again. I'm like, damn it, no, my quarters! And she's like, you know what? I'm gonna draw a picture of that. And she drew this very silly little picture.
It's accurate.
And I think it's very cute. I find it very, very cute.
It's you to a T. That's exactly the pose you do.
But then, because she wouldn't be the love of my life if she wasn't profoundly weird, she made another picture that I didn't show you guys. And she thought I wasn't gonna like the first picture, and I loved it because it's super cute and adorable. And she thought I would love this picture, but I think she was just I think she was just making fun of me. I'm going to send it right now, and I want you to tell me what feelings. I want you to tell me how it makes you feel.
Oh, that makes me uncomfortable.
Yep.
I approve. I think it suits you. You know what?
It is so weird. It is just like
I like the angle, the Snapchat angle. We need to caption this.
Yes, this is going up on the podcast.
This will be up on our website at Crookededia.
Check your screens. Alt-tab and check the screen, and you can see a very weird rendition of me that made me profoundly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, I've been having a good time.
I like both. The first one is like, behold my quarters. The first one's like, yeah, check out my quarters.
Mikkel, no.
That's the difference.
Mikkel, no.
That's why it's uncomfortable for you.
The second picture is really well done and really upsetting. It's like
it's accurate.
My girlfriend has turned me into new SoundCloud rapper 25 Cent, and that is something I do not wish to be. As a hip hop snob, it is something I am objectively against.
Hip hop snob,
but I love it.
Dude.
Oh my god. But yeah, it's awful, and I love it, and yes,
and she's
I just wanted to share. She's a fan of me.
Yeah.
Of the podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's been my days.
Nice.
I'm glad you didn't share that until now. That's good.
I've been job searching over the last couple of weeks, and I watched the 3 John Mulaney specials on Netflix.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
And that's my last week, and I have an interview also tomorrow, which I'm super excited for.
I'm excited for it too.
Yeah. I think that's the one that like they tell me if I'm actually in the job or not.
Mm-hmm. I believe you. You got this.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, a lot's happened since the last podcast.
Oh yeah.
Big change. Big change.
We've gotten further into our Stardew Valley game.
Yeah.
Everyone who's following us will be happy to hear.
We've all got love interests now.
Yeah.
It's not each other.
2 out of the 4 of us have married our love interests. And
one of us is
Nishant
dating.
and I, or rather, Mikkel and I are close to marrying our love interests.
We're wooing.
We're wooing our interests. And I got another Paradox game. I bought Europa Universalis 4.
Ooh, that one has a DLC where you can listen to Sabaton while we play the game, so that's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
What is Sabaton?
Sabaton is a Swedish power metal band, I believe.
Awesome.
It's great.
Yeah,
I've posted
they're
their
good.
songs in the channel before.
I will check it out.
Yeah. They're very well known and they do like cool historical.
They do cool historical
music.
songs, which is why I got into them.
Yeah.
I learned while I bust my eardrums.
Nice.
What else have I've been just more of the same, Hearts of Iron.
Yeah.
I've been doing some Rocket League lately. That's been fun.
That's been awesome.
Yeah.
Rocket League is fantastic, and I'm sad
Rocket
we stopped
League's
playing for so long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid Nishant.
Ooh.
All right. I'm going to introduce what I've been playing,
please.
what I've been playing is a couple different things. I've been goofing off in a bunch of different games because I've got a list on my computer of games I want to get through. It was originally games I want to get through before buying other games, but that didn't work out really well.
No.
I ended up having to let my computer back home, so I'm on my new laptop, which I do find appealing. It is actually, no, I'm not going to say it because I'm not being paid to say this.
Hey, Nishant.
Yes.
Off question. Am I editing this episode?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, good to know.
We'll leave that in.
No problem. Yeah, well, yeah, of course. I mean, the only things you don't leave in is like when you inevitably spout your
Well, all
racist
those times
ideals.
you said the N-word.
Yeah.
We cut
All
those
of those
out.
times, yeah. And all the time I've
All
called
those
for the
times.
death of the Spinnakers.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
Spinnakers?
Cutting that one. Cool. Thanks, Mikkel.
Yeah, the Spinnakers can't know.
Thank you,
And also,
Mikkel.
every time I mention the flat Earth. So,
Oh
now...
my god, stop it. Mikkel, it's too
Nishant, what
political.
games have you gotten through?
I have gone through none of my list.
Oh, cool.
Wait, no. I've gotten through, what did I finish?
You finished something.
Witcher?
No. I mean, I've beaten The Witcher already. I haven't gone through the DLCs, which is the thing that's on my list. I beat Bayonetta 1 and 2. Both are great.
Yep.
Far Cry 4?
Far Cry 4?
Five.
Far Cry 4 I beat a while ago.
Oh.
5 I've beaten. It made me deeply upset. I've gotten through frickin'
I still need to get Far Cry 5.
don't get Far Cry 5.
But it looks
Don't get
fun.
Far Cry
It's a
5?
Far
Is it
Don't
for
Cry
bother.
review?
game.
Far Cry 5?
Don't bother. Just don't
But
bother.
it's a Far Cry
Really?
game. I love Far Cry games.
Okay, Mikkel, we're gonna have a cool impromptu
Review
topic
on
right
Far
now.
Cry?
Yes.
No, it's Mikkel, why do you like Far Cry games?
Because I like blowing things up.
Play Far Cry 4.
Okay, I'll get Far Cry 5. Thanks, fam.
Mikkel,
That was it.
Far Cry 5
And also,
is...
I'd be able to play Far Cry 5 with you. That's like a big plus for me.
I'm not gonna play Far Cry 5.
Why?
Is it not good?
Because
Can you tell me why or like
Yes.
what's
I will
up
tell
with
you
it?
why. I will tell you why. Far Cry 5 is a game that Ubisoft thought they were gonna make into like a big deal. And so they decided to put a bunch of cool microtransactions in, just kind of sprinkling them in,
Oh yeah.
And because of that, the reason that like putting microtransactions in single player games is bad, not like economically, it's an amazing idea. You can make money while you make money. It's awesome. You can shower in the cash.
But
of
morally,
people who are
it's
bad
terrible.
with their cash. No, morally is terrible, but beyond just morally, as a game designer, putting that stuff in takes away time and effort from other things.
So in protest of that, don't get Far Cry 5.
No.
No?
Because Far Cry 5 is unbalanced, easy from the get-go, and has an unsatisfying story that at the end punches you in the face, even though at no point in time were you feeling remorse for your actions.
Man, we gotta write an episode for this.
Yeah, Far Cry 5 is happening. I just wanted to wait until the last DLC chapter came out.
Okay.
Can it be an episode where I play it, love it, and then fight you the whole time?
Well, this is on New Under the Sun.
Yeah. You don't have... If writing is a different topic. We'll get to that later.
You can voice it, although you're not Dawn in the greater lore of things.
No, just give me a thick skull dragon.
What?
Give me a thick skull.
No, we've already paid for the Dawn character.
We're not
We're not making another character
until... Just give me the fat
until
dragon from the new Monster Hunter.
Until it starts getting monetized or something like that.
Yeah, until we make money, we're not going to be spending more money.
I could spend the money. I have...
Do you?
Yes.
Then
spend it on more important things, Mikkel.
No.
Anyway,
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Let's move on.
Spend it on weed or something like that.
Already done.
Already
done.
Yeah.
Just sent him.
I've been eating the wheat bread the whole time.
So
nice.
He is not.
Dawn of High
No. FDA, FBI.
No,
I'm
Andrew,
sober.
it's not Dawn of Pod Studios.
Dawn of Pod Time. Yeah.
No, it's Dank of Time Studios. Come on.
Dank of Time Studios. Yeah. No, it's the Bong of Time Studios.
Yeah.
I like Dank of Time.
Even though we at Dawn of Time Studios would never
partake in any of the devil's
never
lettuce.
Suggest that people go out and try legal drugs of any kind, no matter how legal it is.
Even Advil, stay away from
the majority of the
that's
country. Federally, it's still a weird issue.
Yes. As long as you're above the age of 18.
Nope.
Go wild.
Nope.
Nope.
The federal government says we can't have it, Nishant.
And also remember, we were brought up by Fox, so none of that.
What has the federal government ever done for me, Andrew? What have they ever done for me except take my money?
This is also a conservative podcast, so...
We got too political and I had to burp it out.
Not even like
policy.
Yeah.
Not even like humorously, no.
No.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by Fox News, so
we're not getting to sponsors just yet. Soon.
What else have you? Are you still talking about games you've been playing?
Yes, I've been playing a lot of the Darkest Dungeon DLC. It's very good. Buy Darkest Dungeon. Good game.
The new one is Color of Madness, right?
Yes, it's very good.
Okay.
It makes me happy.
Nice. Yeah.
Buff.
Well, I don't know why it would make you happy.
Breaker. Buff the Shield Breaker. Do it. Paid for that bit.
I'll do that.
Don't call her a bitch. That's very mean.
Well, no, she's a very respectable. She's a very respectable and powerful lady.
Yeah, but don't call her a bitch though. That's mean. We don't abide by rudeness here at Dawn of Time Studios. That's Dawn of Time Studios that we abide by that.
Yeah.
So, Mikkel, what have you been playing?
I have played a bunch of indie games this summer.
Nice.
Starting with Death Road to Canada, a fantastic roguelite where you and 4 other NPCs that you can switch between on the fly go through the zombie apocalypse on your way to Canada, from Florida to Canada. The other is Enter the Gungeon. I got that recently.
Mm-hmm.
It is very difficult, as you'd expect.
New expansions out for that one as well.
Yep.
Yes.
New expansions out. It's the something rat, something or other.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you very much. That's also the name of our new American style, Western themed Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Ooh. Oh, like I know that's a joke, but it actually
would actually be really
down.
cool. Yeah.
But,
I want to shoot a dragon with a 6-shooter.
I want a dragon to come at me with a flamethrower. That'd be rad.
They did a really good job with the expansion, I think.
Oh yeah.
And integrating the kind of Dungeons and Dragons into the game is really cool to see.
Yeah. What else? I also played West of Loathing, a very old RPG where you play as a stick figure punching your way through.
Is it?
It's old. It's been out for a while. I mean, that's what I mean by old.
It's like 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah, so it's been out for a long time. It was
really
on sale on
old
the Steam
game.
sale, so I have ADD. It's 2018. Our attention spans are that of goldfish.
That's true. That's
It's
at least
old.
like 7 years ADD time.
Yes. That's at least a lifetime. No, it's a Western-themed stick figure RPG where you punch cattle and close the hell portal that they're coming in through, among other things. Like, that's not a spoiler. That's just something you may or may not do, depending on your run.
Nice.
And I've also played I tried Rust. It was just on the Steam sale. I got that. Did not enjoy it. Not my cup of tea, sadly.
You gotta have friends to do it with. And
Yes,
Nishant and I have done that before, and we could do that. That might be fun.
We could do that. Yeah, a Rust
If
stream.
we could get Paul into that, that'd be pretty fun, actually.
Let's see.
That would
I've
be
also
great.
played. I've also played a lot of Monaco with Paul. I
Yeah.
beat the game with Paul. That was very emotional. The story is fantastic.
Very fun.
Oh,
And I beat Gunpoint. I finally beat Gunpoint after 2 years of
Gunpoint is
Nishant.
so good.
After 2 years of Nishant getting that for me, I finally did it.
Did you get all the achievements?
No, you know I'm not going to 100% this game.
It's not hard.
I am not going to bother. I am lazy.
Okay. It's
However,
like one of
it
the
is a
easiest to get all the
Look,
achievements for.
it is a fantastic game, though. I like the story. I feel really bad for the people I accidentally kicked through glass windows. No, because if they're standing on a ledge and you dive at them, they fall all the way down.
It's pretty good.
It's good, but it's also really sad. Oh, it's not an indie game, but I also played Doom. I finally got to Doom.
2016?
Yep, new Doom. Or sorry, Doom.
Yum.
It's awesome. It's everything I wanted in a Doom game, but I never knew I needed. It's so good.
Yeah.
We talked about that in the
excited for the
very
next
first
one.
episode, I believe. But it's so good. Like, I
Really good.
normally don't care about a game story, but this just shows that I really don't need a game story. As will the next big game we're going to play, I think Monster Hunter World.
Well, you guys are.
Ooh, Monster Hunter.
That's going to be
excited.
so good. I'm so moist.
Don't technically own that game.
Oh, I can get it for you. Let me buy it for you now.
I mean, if you
Not in the
want,
middle
I
of
don't
the
want you
podcast.
to.
After the podcast.
No, I
If
mean,
you want.
I
that's up to
do,
you.
because it won't be as fun without you, Andrew. You know that. Come on.
Aw.
Oh,
How much is it? I don't want you to spend like crazy amounts.
it's 60.
Repay me by
alright.
playing it consistently. That's
Okay.
all I want.
Okay.
Like, I don't want this to end up like Guns of Icarus, where it dies and we stop playing. Because I'll be very
Well,
sad if that
Guns
happens.
of Icarus
But,
was
like-
kind of dead from the start.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
But like, Guns of Icarus was pretty great. It
As
weird
was
and janky.
Evolve 2. Evolve 2.
I feel
Evolve
like
2, I got for free though, I think.
Yeah, we played it for free. It was a free game.
That was such a
fun.
fun game, and I'm sad it's dead. Sad it's gone.
I feel like the reason that like we didn't I feel like the original Guns of Icarus, that was great. I feel like the mistake was getting the expansion or sequel thing. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Andrew, your thing on Steam is Andrew, right?
Right now I'm Andrew the Unready.
Okay, I was hoping you wouldn't. Okay, recipient's first name, Andrew. Gift message.
Weird butt stuff or something like that.
I got
Thank
it.
you, Mikkel.
I got
Mikkel,
it.
you're very-
Look, I'm customizing the message. I got you.
You're a very kind boy, Mikkel. I want to
As
thank
are
you a
you.
lot.
It's weird.
Best wishes,
So-
my signature.
If you didn't hear that, that
That's
was
good.
Mikkel's
No, that's good
signature.
audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
My gift purchase. There we go. Done.
This is happening on the podcast. Thank you,
Live-
Mikkel.
Live capitalism.
Weird
Feel
Butte
it.
stuff. You spelled it Butte stuff.
Yeah, I did. You know I did.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
God.
Mikkel. Thank you. So moving on.
Yeah.
Unless anybody has anything else they want to talk about games, because I am actually now quite excited to play Monster Hunter World.
Nice.
Well, yeah, you have it now. You can actually
yeah.
play it.
We should move on. I think the Donna Time Studios Lonely Time podcast is sponsored by many people today. Today it is
Yes.
sponsored by the Golden Dragon Water Cat, a fast-acting water-activated cat that you can activate on planes to annoy anyone on the plane.
Specifically Andrew.
Yeah.
Yes.
It gets
Just add
extra
water.
buffs against Andrew, yeah. Nishant, what's our next sponsor?
The Lonely Time podcast is sponsored by that one guy who's gonna comment that I'm not allowed to be on the podcast anymore because I'm no longer lonely. Fuck you.
No, you're
Catch these hands.
No, you're on the podcast
Thank
in
you.
preparation for when you're lonely.
In preparation.
Oh my god, Mikhail.
Dark turns.
Ooh.
Also, no.
Oh.
Look, that's not how this podcast works, right? Because otherwise, no one would ever listen to it.
We
Everybody's got
bring
some...
non-lonely times to lonely people.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Or to
We
anyone
don't
who
have
just
to
feels
be-
lonely in the moment. Listen.
We don't have to be lonely people.
No, real talk for a second. Everybody's got somebody, right? No one's really that lonely. But, you know,
Yeah.
just chin up.
Even if you're feeling alone right now, I guarantee you have somebody.
Somebody's got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be it,
Wow,
in
we
Sean's
actually
case, his
provided,
actual
like,
girlfriend or just a
wholesomeness
dude.
And
Feel goods on the podcast.
if
That's
you
weird.
don't have one, if you are against everything and you feel like you have no one at all, we've got you.
Yeah. That's
And
what we're here for.
yeah. And as our Fox News sponsor tells us to say, Jesus got you too.
Please, feel free to send us DMs in Twitter.
And also
will
Monster
answer.
Hunter World, because we can't get enough copies, I guess. I don't know.
More copies of Monster.
Yes.
And death threats. Send us death threats.
Yes.
Yeah, we're framing
Yes.
the first one.
Yeah.
As long as it's serious.
Yeah.
Listen, we'll frame the first one right on my desk. Good.
On your desk.
No, everyone gets one.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll photocopy it.
Yeah.
The first
It'll
one.
be
The
the
first one that
same
gets sent to your
one.
personal email.
It'll be the same one.
Mikhail, do we have sponsors today?
Yes, we're also sponsored by the new expansion to Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Edition 5.5 Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh, very nice.
That'll be spicy. What was the name of the dude behind Dungeons and Dragons again?
Oh.
Gygax is...
Gygax.
Is he dead? Is he dead?
He's not
I don't
dead.
think he's dead.
If he's dead, then rip. This was his last wish that he publish this.
And also sponsor our podcast.
Yes.
Hey, Gary.
Gary Gygax.
We're cool with good old GG. You heard it here for
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
Gary Gygax, of course, was the visionary behind the Aquacat. So,
Aquacat, yeah.
You don't have to. Everything doesn't need to be a callback, Mikhail. We're moving on to music.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. Do you guys want to start with music, or shall I?
I had something I wanted to say.
Okay, go for it.
Although I usually do music recs with Andrew and Paul, I had at some point gotten upset with Mikhail constantly bad-mouthing my favorite brand of music, and I gave him the music rec of The Roots' Game Theory. Mikhail said he listened to a little bit and he enjoyed it, but I want to know, have you listened to more? Have you enjoyed the rest?
I finished.
Tell me your feels.
No, I haven't listened to more since I forgot.
Okay.
I have a very short attention span.
That's okay. Just save it on Spotify. That's what I do.
I sent him the album link too.
Oh, did you? Okay, I'll
It's
go.
in the music recs. It was added to you.
Let me do the Spotify thing live too. Hang on.
I also listened to Game Theory by The Roots. Very good.
Oh, there
Very
it
good.
is.
One of the best Roots album I've listened to, and
Yep,
it's the
this is good.
second Roots album I've listened to.
Yep.
This is good. This is the exact kind of rap that I'm into. They don't mumble.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I've
Because
always
John
hated
doesn't
mumble
listen to
rap.
that
Can I
stuff.
just talk about that for a sec? Because it is
Yes.
a terrible trend. We need our children to enunciate. This is a bad example.
Yeah.
Should I talk about the appeal of mumble rap at all? Or
Go for it.
do we-
Yeah,
we
we want a balanced opinion on the Donna Time
Well,
Studios Lonely Time
personally-
podcast at Donna Tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to make the joke that this is now Darn Time Studios presents the Mikhail Accountability Podcast,
Yeah. We keep him
where we get Mikhail to do the things we told him to do earlier.
Yeah, so I'll start taking out the trash now, guys. Just give me a sec.
Yeah.
I'll also file out taxes for this quarter.
Well, I have to.
We don't make enough. We don't
Sean
actually make.
has to do that.
We haven't made enough money that we need to file income tax, though.
No, we do need to file taxes. We just need to tell them we've made zero money.
Oh, hey IRS, we've made
Actually,
no
we've
money.
made negative money, but whatever.
Hey IRS, we've lost money this quarter. Thanks, fam.
Have we? Oh wait. If it's the charity, they have to pay us.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Can we get a government bailout?
Yeah.
As soon as we make a profit, we get a tax break.
If we pretend to be farmers, can we get part of that massive farmer bailout?
we farm in Warframe, and we farm in Monster Hunter. That should count for something.
Yeah.
This is the Farm of Time Studios.
Yeah.
Farm of Time Studios.
This is the life of a Twitch streamer.
I would love to have like Farm of Time Studios, but like it would be like an apiary that we would own.
An apiary?
Yeah, bees and shit.
It'd be Kong of Time Studios.
Bees are where it's at, man.
Yeah.
It's the future.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the future. It's very much not the future, but
because bees are dying. But... Wow, that got dark real quick. Thanks, Andrew.
I listened to a lot of music. I listened to a lot of music while I was on in Germany.
What's the music scene like in Germany?
Huh? The music scene is interesting in Germany. I met a lot of different people who there's a German rap scene, of course. And they showed me an artist that was pretty good. And also there's German mumble rap.
Yeah.
Because they also have SoundCloud in Germany.
I'll talk about that later.
But I didn't pay much attention to it. While I was there, I listened to many different albums. I listened to Kanye West's Graduation, which was a very good album. Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, which is pretty good. I listened to the new Kanye album, which was pretty good. Game Theory, great. Nerd, Seeing Sounds, okay. Dismemberment Plan, Emergency CNI, good. Death Grips, Year of the Snitch, pretty good. Table Sugar, Collected What the fuck is this album? Oh yeah, that wasn't while I was in Germany. That was just something I saw on Pitchfork that was like 10 minutes long, so it was pretty good. But a lot of hip hop, spanning anywhere from mainstreamish to experimental.
Old school stuff.
Yeah, it's been good.
So, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of mumble rap. I would go far to say I dislike mumble rap.
Except for This Is America. I really like that song.
Well, This Is America's not.
There's a reason that you don't like mumble rap, that This Is America directly targets, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
All right, so, yes. Well, like, the thing is, like, the mumble rap trend, although usually it's called trap rap, and for now on I'll refer to it as such, or just trap. It grew up in Atlanta, which has a large music scene. It always has. A lot of hip hop greats have come out of Atlanta, including Outkast and T.I. and Donald Glover, but like that's more like a technical thing. But yeah, definitely Donald Glover. But although I feel like he got more of his popularity outside of it. But that's a different story. Mumble rap is a trend. It is a very, it's very pervasive because it highlights more of this kind of like extravagant lifestyle, this flashy attitude, and it doesn't have any profound roots as much with traditional kind of old school rapping. It does have things in common.
Yeah.
Which was about personal struggles, experiences, and of course, at its core, having people dance. Because that was the hip hop. That's the word hip hop. It's relevant, so it's hip, and hop, so you can dance to it. And trap grew out of this kind of like musical like era of like really like a lot of producers. There's a lot of like artists. There's a lot of different kinds of sounds out there. But where trap has most of its like correlation is mostly with pop rap, because in pop rap it's more about just like really catchy sounds and really catchy like hooks and all that stuff. And trap rap is just that more condensed. All the lyrics are repetitive, so they can get really catchy really quickly. The production is wild and all over the place because that's more the focus. So it's more about like that kind of dancing and movement and vibe, which is what pop rap has been really famous for. And while some people may say like, oh, trap's not really rap, it's stupid. Originally at its core, hip hop was a youth movement. It was against the normal trend. And so trap being, sure, some people can call trap rap's punk phase, but I feel like it's still a part of rap music as a whole because it sticks to that kind of idea of like, it shares a story. It shares a story and you can dance to it and you have a good time. And so although I may rail against it, although I may not enjoy it, although I may say that the artists are untalented and completely impossible to tell apart,
because they all rap
still
the same.
Think of it.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's mostly it's the vocal effects they're doing most of the rapping. Oh shit! Got him. Sorry.
The production.
Add an air horn after that point, Andrew.
That's also Nishant crying, if you couldn't tell.
Wow. Yeah. But yeah, it's still a part of rap music as a whole, and I guess I'm kind of glad that it's here because it's resulted in a lot of newer sounds that have been introduced and that have been come into other forms of rap and other forms of music. And variety is the spice of life. And without variety, any genre will die. Look what happened to punk. Oh shit.
You got him.
I don't
you got punk.
But oh shit.
I got him.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So, what have you been listening to, Mikhail?
I have gotten to a lot of weird stuff, and I realized that it's really weird just because...
Really weird stuff.
Okay, so hear me out, right? So I've gotten into a lot of prog rock lately, right? And that's just taking me down a rabbit hole further into like the 70s sort of scene. And it's just like, it's all instrumental, so it's like an in-between jazz and rock, right?
Ooh.
And classic rock. So it's like, you've got sort of the gentle melodies of jazz with some of the solos of rock, put on sometimes the wrong instrument, right? So in my case, I'm thinking about like Soft Machine. I posted some of their albums in Music Rex, and there are just some songs where it's just a dude on a synth in the highest octaves, like on the highest keys of the synth, just going ham, just hog wild for no reason. But for the rest, it's like really gentle and nice and smooth. And I don't know, I like it for the same reason that I like jazz and rock. Anyone has an amazing solo at any point, right? Like I just posted another album just now because I was listening to it this whole time. And it's just, I don't know, it's in this weird niche where I need to be in the right mood for it. But when it's the right mood, I am just so chilled out, dude. Like, it is just so zen.
I love prog. Prog is great.
You'd like the stuff that I'm putting in, I think. It's psychedelic, it's funky, it's smooth. It's like I'm describing peanut butter right now, but that's, you know what I mean. Actually,
I don't know, like, any of these artists.
I have transcended Andrew as a hipster.
I know. Because my extent of prog goes to the 60s. It's what's it called? Court of the Crimson, King Crimson, and
Crimson,
Pink Floyd, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, Pink Floyd's a classic. No, but this is like that underground stuff.
Oh,
it's
I know.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Listen to it.
Yeah.
You'll like it.
I will.
I'm excited.
Like listen to Carol Ann first. That's the like entry level, really nice, really calming sort of song.
Oh, I did listen to that actually.
Yeah. How would you think?
It was jazzy. It wasn't really proggy.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's just this weird in-between. There's a sliding scale, and Soft Machine goes up and down. You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah.
Like, you'll see if you'll listen to one of their albums. I posted a few.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, two things I forgot to mention. One, that drawing from before is a sketch by my girlfriend. She can draw way better than that. Buy her stuff. It's awesome. Secondly,
she sells stuff? Okay.
Well, yeah, she does commissions.
Oh, okay.
She's really, really awesome. And additionally, I've listened to the new Kamasi Washington album.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it. I'm going to pull it up really, really quickly, and I'm just stalling right now. Heaven and Earth. Very long, very good. If you want like jazz, fuck yeah. I'm about it. I'm about Heaven and Earth.
Oh, I've also been listening to a lot of Powerwolf, which is a German power metal band.
Nice.
And they had a new album this year. I am very excited. I will buy it at some point.
Ooh.
It's just good. It's amazing.
Nice.
Of course, you need to be into power metal, so neither of you guys will enjoy it. So.
No, yeah.
I've enjoyed some power metal.
No, you enjoyed Gent. You liked Chokran, the instrumental I posted like a year ago.
Gent.
Not to be confused, of course, with the fusion of jazz and gent called the Jazz, which is just a D in front of jazz.
The Jazz.
Thank you, Rob Scallon.
Or gent, or the gentle, I guess. It's smooth jazz.
Gentle.
Uh-huh.
Amazing.
I'm a genius.
Amazing. You're a genius?
Yeah. The genius. God damn.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's
So
what I said.
good.
It took you a little bit.
Yeah. I'm buffering my brain right now.
It's too powerful. It needs to be processed.
Yeah.
All right. So, what have you been watching, Andrew?
Yes. I was waiting for this question all the time.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Oh.
I watched Bobby Kennedy for President on Netflix, which is the docu-series about the campaign or the political life of Robert Kennedy in the 1960s. And it was really interesting. Really, really interesting. Robert Kennedy is such an interesting character. He was Attorney General under John F. Kennedy. He was a senator in New York. He went to Appalachia to talk to people about like politics and he's just a cool dude. And he dies on his campaign trail in 1968 in California. And it's really interesting. Past that knowledge, because everyone knows that, but the discussion and the covering of that is really interesting. I've also watched not television, but I've watched Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with my dad. And I'd seen it before, but my dad hadn't, and he enjoyed it a lot, and it's a really good movie. Yeah? Radio silence? Dead silence?
Sorry.
Hello?
I was like,
I was expecting Nishant to say something, so I didn't say anything.
You started talking about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and I was thinking about seeing it later.
You should.
So I put my headphones down and turned on my light.
Okay.
So because I wanted to go into it like as blind as possible.
I was just gonna say, like, I haven't watched anything lately. My parents have gotten to this show called The Americans, which is about like Russian spies
really
infiltrating.
Good.
Yeah. So it looks good, but I watch it with them, but they're watching it ahead of me and my brother, so I just get snippets of the story and I'm kind of out of it.
I see. Yeah.
My mom's also gotten into a show called The Wahlbergs recently. It's this reality show about the Wahlberg family, and I don't see the appeal. I've never seen the appeal of reality television. So
Mark Wahlberg is an uninteresting person.
He seems like a nice dude, but I just don't know that I'd want to watch a show about his life.
He's in trash movies.
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah.
Like, again, he's a nice dude, but his movie choices are...
No, he can't be a nice dude if his movie choices are bad.
I mean,
no.
That's debatable.
He's a bad person because he picks bad movies.
Keanu Reeves is a bad person.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wait,
has Keanu Reeves picked bad movies?
Matrix 1 and 2. Matrix 2 and 3.
Oh, the Matrix is trash. You're right.
Andrew doesn't. Yeah, we've already been over this, Mikkel. Andrew doesn't like the Matrix.
Have we been over this on the pod?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
The pod, really?
Yeah.
Okay, then John Wick.
Sure.
Andrew.
Didn't see it.
I want to see it.
It's amazing. It's so good.
Oh my god! Do you know what we should do?
We should watch.
We should have like a hyper violent movie marathon. So we need John Wick 1 and 2, The Raid 1 and 2, and like Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3.
And also Mayhem. Mayhem was a movie that I saw.
The Quentin Tarantino.
We need to see Mayhem, guys.
Mayhem. I feel like I want.
No, goddammit.
Well, I feel like I wanted to watch Rush Hour because it's a great movie, and also it's a nice break from the hyperviolence.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because if we'd wanted just pure hyperviolence, the dude who's in Walking Dead, he plays Glenn in that. was in Mayhem. That was the movie I saw recently.
Is that by that Korean director? What's his name?
Let me see. Hang on.
Because I think he might be the guy who did
It's directed by Joe Lynch.
No, never mind then.
I know who you're talking about, but no, it's not him.
Yeah, okay. And Snowpiercer.
I've heard Snowpiercer is one of those movies that's really good and the ending ruins everything.
It's not good.
Oh.
Okay.
I saw the first half of it. I couldn't get through it.
Wow.
I thought the first half was the good half. Rip.
It's got John Hurt in it, and he's cool.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of standard action movie, boring.
Really?
Yeah.
Speaking of standard action movie boring, I also saw Pacific Rim 2. So.
How was Pacific Rim 2 compared to 1?
1 was definitely better. My main complaint with Pacific Rim 2 was the choice of villain. And I'm going to spoil this for you two, because I know you two aren't going to watch it, right? Because Andrew... Nope. Yeah. So, basically, one of the scientists that had to, like, delve into a kaiju brain, into a monster brain, gets, like, possessed by the aliens, and it's the wrong scientist for the job. You know?
Oh,
like,
so,
it's the goofier of the two scientists.
Oh, no, wait. Whoa.
It's Charlie Day?
Are you telling me that
Charlie Day was the supervillain?
I need to see this now. Mikkel!
It's not... It's
you don't realize what you've done.
No, it's not a spoiler. He does this early on.
I don't care if it's a spoiler. That sounds great.
No, I want to see it.
The problem was that he's not... Look, it's great because it's goofy. But if it was the other one, it would be intimidating. It would be really weird to see that guy.
I don't want it to be intimidating.
No, look, hear me out. It's because it's the least convincing actor to do it. It's because it's the least convincing actor to do it. When Charlie Day goes insane, I'm just like, oh, that's just Charlie Day doing some, like... it's always sunshine shit.
Whenever you see Charlie Day, it's just that's Charlie Day in another day. He doesn't know he's an actor or anything like
Charlie
that.
Day
He just assumes
Charlie
that
Day.
He's in these situations.
Yeah.
Acts normally.
This is just how he is. He's actually controlled by aliens. I'm convinced of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a look. Like my main. You know what? It was okay. That was my problem with it. It was just okay. Like
I mean,
it tried
so was
to.
The first Pacific Rim.
Huh?
The first Pacific Rim was okay, and Charlie Day made it a good time.
No, the first Pacific Rim was fantastic. Okay, yeah, you're not into dumb action movies. That's the difference.
Well, I know.
I am.
It makes it good. It makes it fun, but I don't think it makes it fantastic.
It's fun. It's a dumb action movie. It needs to be fun and nothing else. This tried to make it like, oh, there's this whole like underground mech thing going on, and the government's like. Look, you know what?
Mean,
after you see it, next episode, we'll talk about it. For now, I don't want to spoil it for you. We'll watch it. On our dumb action movie binge, we'll see it.
If anything before the next episode, I'm definitely going to see 8th Grade, and I'm going to see...
Gotta see it.
Oh, Boots Riley or something like that.
I will say Pacific Rim 2
is... Oh, yeah. Sorry to bother you. Can we see that together, Andrew?
Yeah, I can hold off. I doubt my dad's going to want to see it, so yeah.
Awesome.
Wait, can I go?
Yeah.
You're going to be in class by then.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah, huh?
What if you see it on the weekend, though?
I mean, we can, yeah.
The only time we can spend time together, Mikkel, you and me, is that Sunday.
Damn it. You're right, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
so
but,
I can't watch it.
Looks
I'll watch
good.
it. I will say, of all the... Okay, so the other okay action movie I was going to compare it to was Tomb Raider, the new one. That was worse than Pacific Rim 2. So, yeah.
There was a Tomb Raider movie?
Yeah, that's how bad it was. You didn't even know. There was.
Really?
Yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's a game.
No, there was a Tomb Raider movie. There was a new one.
Yeah, they had a bunch of promotionals for it. It was on Jimmy Kimmel and stuff.
It was terrible. It was really dumb. It starts because Lara Croft was just like, she finds her dad's old like attic from adventuring. You know, he has all this shit in it.
I'm sure that's just the game.
The one message... No, look, I've never seen the game, so I have no frame of reference. For a game, it might make sense, because you're playing Lara Croft. You'd be like, yeah, go on adventures! But
yeah,
the one message your dad leaves with her is, okay, destroy this tape. This can't get in the wrong hands. Destroy the maps. These can't get in the wrong hands. First thing she does, goes to the place on the map where the people are. Shouldn't get it. And unearths an ancient evil.
Why are you watching these movies?
Because I enjoy suffering.
Okay.
I watched Pacific Rim 2 because I like Pacific Rim 2. Pacific Rim 1. I am looking forward to Pacific Rim 3 if they're making that. Because that's going to be rad. It's going to be like Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers is awesome.
Really?
Yes.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's good. It's so bad, but it's so good.
I have seen, the one with Tony Shalhoub and the guy from Home Improvement.
Who's Tony Shalhoub?
Monk.
Nope.
Oh, shoot. Nishan, what's that movie called?
Spaceballs?
No, shoot. Dang it. What the heck's it called?
Space Odyssey?
No, it involves Tim Allen and Tony Shalhoub, and they're in space, and it's got Snape as well.
This is a weird cast, dude.
You haven't heard of this? Oh my gosh, it's great.
No, you're gonna have to find
We're gonna have to
You and I
watch.
watched it together. It
Is
was
it Black
really
Mirror?
good. No.
Okay, because that would have been an amazing Black Mirror episode. Holy
Galaxy
shit.
Quest.
Galaxy
No,
Quest.
I've never
Galaxy
heard of
Quest
it.
is a really good movie.
I've never heard
You
of
watched
this.
it again?
No,
Oh, why'd you mention it?
I don't remember.
Oh.
That was 10 minutes ago, Deshaun.
No, it's
Of
because you
course
were
I don't
trying to tell me
remember
who Dude Shalhoub was.
Tony Shalhoub. Yeah, he was
Tony
on Monk.
Shalhoub.
He's the guy. He's the main guy in Monk.
Is he Monk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the titular character. Okay, I've never seen Monk,
Yeah.
so.
Oh,
Tony
Monk is
Shalhoub,
good,
by the
though.
way, sounds like a mobster name.
He
He
does.
looks so friendly, though.
Shalhoub
That's
is
why he'd be
is
the
a weird
best
last
mobster.
name.
No one would ever suspect him. To
Yeah.
throw you in.
Is Tony Smiles. Tony Smiles.
No, we
From
call
the
it.
Shalhoub Mafia.
We call him the monk. Because he's always so friendly.
Yeah.
So calm. So bald.
Anything else? Any movies? I want to watch that one Wes Anderson movie that came out.
I Love Dogs is fantastic.
I Love
I saw
Dogs.
that. So good. Watch it. You will love it. It's got the same sort of fast pace as every other Wes Anderson movie, but the animation's so good.
Was that your first Wes Anderson movie?
Which one? No, Fantastic Mr. Fox was.
Oh yeah. Okay. I want to see that. I was in Germany when that came out.
We gotta sit down and watch it. You would love that movie, dude. It's like for the simplicity of the plot, it's really good. Like it's so good.
Yeah, no, I and the art style worked really well with him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot like Fantastic Mr. Fox, actually.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think we're gonna get one more
deep?
question. Yeah. Well, are we gonna get deep, or are we not gonna? Are we gonna pick?
Oh, I don't know. We don't have to.
All right.
No, let's try getting deep.
I think-
Just wind down with something.
Let's get deep. Let's get deep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Andrew, do you want to introduce this question because it's yours?
So yeah, last time we had the question of
What is a man?
yeah, of humanity
This will have a
in
sequence.
robots and stuff like that, and in presentation in sci-fi properties. And the philosophical conversation worked really well with us. So I was gonna try again.
This episode.
Just the idea of the basis of morality, where we ourselves find morality, and where society kind of finds it for themselves. And I wanted to start it off by talking about the idea of the Ring of Gyges.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that to me.
The Ring of
I
Gyges
think I know.
was a story told by, I want to say,
Sun Tzu.
Plato or
Damn it.
Aristotle. I think it was Aristotle.
Socrates? Damn it.
Which one was it, Nishant?
Ring of Gyges. I think it was Plato. I believe it was Plato, but it was
So-
in Plato's book where he's pretending to be Socrates, I think.
Socrates,
okay.
Nishant.
So, also, that's the one good movie from Keanu Reeves, by the way.
Ring of Gyges?
No, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, it is Plato.
It's
Plato,
described. Okay.
The Ring of Gyges is the idea that
It's by Glaucon.
is the idea that if nobody saw you, you would have no morality. So the Ring of Gyges is a ring that you can wear. It makes you invisible and undetectable to anyone around.
So the one ring to rule them all, sure.
Minus the whole Sauron thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, no. Socrates was Sauron, obviously.
What that kind of posits is that without anyone else looking, morality doesn't exist.
I don't think that that's the case.
Yeah. I think it doesn't account for stuff like empathy and
it's just sympathy,
other things that humans naturally have, which is my hypothesis for the basis of human morality, which comes from empathy towards other humans.
Plato also thought the world revolved around the Earth.
Yeah, but everyone did.
Yeah, I mean, they had no way of testing that. They wouldn't have known better. They didn't have the telescope.
But, wait, no, never mind. I was about to say, like,
they thought
because during that time, that's when they discovered that the Earth was round.
Okay.
It was after that point, yeah.
Well, around that time.
I mean, between Columbus and the Greek empires, city-states existing, that's a long time.
Sometime between the years of 200 and 1492, they discovered that the world was round.
No, it was a Greek contemporary of Plato discovered that the Earth was round. Because he calculated the circumference of the Earth.
Yeah,
I thought that was Egypt that they did that.
No, wait. I will fact check this.
Okay.
Andrew, posit what do you think finds what do you think
well, I did.
Morality.
He did.
I said it was empathy towards humans. What do you think, Mikkel?
I believe there's something innate, right? Like, and this might be naive of me, but like there was a study a while back that found that if people were offered money and they could only get the money if the other person didn't, both people would say, nope, neither of us gets the money, because it was just unfair. So even they didn't know the other person was deciding, right? So I think it's based on our innate like attraction and just
knowledge
of fairness. Like,
is that the game theory concept, Prisoner's Dilemma?
I don't know.
Okay.
But, like, I think it's just because we all innately know what's fair, right? We're all born with that much knowledge. Like, we all figure that out just being around other people. Because even if we grow up without other people, we're aware that what fairness is, right?
Yeah.
Like, we figure that out as we go.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Actually, that'd be an interesting thought experiment. If we trapped a dude alone on an island by himself, what do you know what fairness is?
Oh, I'd love to do a bunch of different non-okayed by human rights activists social experiments.
A thought experiment. Thought experiment. It's important. Like, we're not actually like pulling a castaway and just stranding a dude. Like, just theoretically speaking.
Well, first off, Eratosthenes of Cyrene was a Greek mathematician, geographer, poet, astronomer, and music theorist. Was a chief librarian at the Library of Alexandria. Discovered geography first off, and also the circumference of the Earth.
Okay.
He figured out the Earth was thick. Yeah.
Shut up, Miguel. God damn it.
He figured out how thick the Earth be.
Back to the question at hand.
Yes.
I think that fairness is a concept that's very ingrained into people, because like I think it's just ingrained in like any kind of society where people receive things, because like animals have been found to also have the same kind of feelings about unfairness and fairness, and so there is some kind of morality there. And I find animals. Monkeys, they've done tests with monkeys and wolves, and both have been found to have a concept of fairness. What is and isn't fair.
Okay.
And so like they get upset when they aren't being treated properly, just like real people.
Mm.
And so
implying the wolves are masquerading as people, because you call them fake people.
A wolf in sheep's clothing, rather.
Watch out.
A wolf in
person in
people's
front of you
clothing.
might just be two dogs in a coat.
Yeah.
Heard it here first, people.
Follow Not a Wolf on Twitter.
Yes.
That's a good
Twitter
account on
profile.
Twitter. Yeah. So what are you saying is the basis then there?
I say that the basis of unfairness, the basis of morality is that, I think it's the golden rule. You know that other people, that some action would harm other people, and you were averse to doing it.
I see.
I think that's just a natural thing because of just like the idea of fairness is ingrained in society, in our like DNA.
Our society is built upon the idea of fairness. Ideally, it's built. Like we strive toward fairness.
The only, unless you are a character who is trying to has something that overrides their general motivation, I feel like very few people would do things that are considered immoral if they are aware that, or if they are aware and able to see the effects of their own actions.
I see. Okay. So, robbing a bank. If you're able to see the people who had money in that bank and who are affected by you robbing that bank, doesn't happen as much.
Yeah.
It's why the Barrow gang leaves town as soon as they rob a bank, is because they don't want to see the lives that they hurt by doing that.
Yeah. But also banks are insured, so
yeah.
Only people hurt is the insurance company.
Example. It's like
that Michael Moore movie, Capitalism, a Love
like
Story, which starts out with a bunch of different
was 300 with Michael
bank
Moore?
robberies.
I don't know.
300.
I'll look it up.
It's like
I didn't watch it.
It's something about like, it's like the idea, like we see things like grand gestures like war. We see that as something.
It was Zack Snyder. My apologies.
When you are separated from the war, you don't see the horror that war is.
Yeah.
You don't see that it's more like
there's a level of detachment.
Distasteful. Which is why people who believe in the glory of war are silly. And they have little to no context.
I think that's
except in video games. Video games is lit. Paradox Interactive, send us all your games.
Yeah.
I think that's
there, Mikkel.
Pretty sure I've got nothing else to say at this point.
Dang.
Yeah.
I think we got it.
We got it.
I think at this point we both just agree that it was innate, though.
It's in the can.
Yeah.
And also in the can. Human nature for morality is in the can.
In the can.
Okay.
Put it in the trash can.
There you go.
I like that, yeah. So, kind of winding down. This has been, your friend, Andrew Zablekis.
Your secret lover, Nishant.
And your DM, Mikkel.
And this has been Donna Time Studios' Lonely Time Podcast. Thank you for watching. Check us out. New episodes come out semi-regularly. Hopefully weekly. We want to work towards. But scheduling is difficult. So
we'll try
look for us.
Other videos in that time.
Look for us on our YouTube channel. You're here right now. Look for us on our Twitter page. Twitter.com/DonoTweet. Check us out on Facebook. We have a Tumblr, Dove blog. And tell your friends. If you're interested and you like it, let other people know.
Yeah. Don't keep us a secret.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks for watching.
And we hope we made you a little less lonely.
Yeah. Don't stay lonely.
Bye.
That's my tagline every time, but bye.
Bye.